Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan and I'm with Mike.
Good morning. It is Sunday. It is only how many sleeps left till Christmas? 7 sleeps. 7 sleeps till Christmas, and we're still here on a Sunday morning in the office. I can't believe I'm having to do
what's
this.
happened? Sorry, it's just your intro. You know when you're like that, you move your mic. Can you move your mic down?
Mike?
Your camera, sorry. Camera down. There we go. Didn't change.
Is that better?
Way more.
Way more?
Bit down, yeah.
Better?
Tiny more.
Jesus, right.
There you go.
I'm in my mouth at the minute.
There you go.
If you are new to the show, it doesn't always start this badly. I'm Mike. I'm with Brogan today. We've got lots of things to cover. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at the Santa rally. We're going to look at Bonk. We're going to look at WAGMI. We're going to look at SHIB. We're going to look at gasless games and why they're important. We're going to look at some charts. We're going to have a quiz in 45 minutes time. And yes, we have Santa hats on because it is nearly Christmas. And maybe next stream, we will even be more Christmassy.
Yes.
Maybe even a beard. What are we today? I am Grumpy Santa.
Yeah, I'm elf-employed.
He is elf-employed. And today we're going to bring you 45 minutes of somewhat strung together content.
No.
Where we try and act in as professional manner as possible. A few shout outs, especially to Kishan, who is watching us somewhere we're not allowed to mention, and a few other people who are watching us who have said hello in chat. I will try and get to you throughout the show. Before we do any of this, you know, I can barely hear myself because I'm partially deafened by my hat. Right. Before we begin, Brogan is going to do the customary markets. He's going to tell us what's gained. Bitcoin is just under 42,000 as we speak. Hasn't really moved since yesterday. Take it away. Take it away, Elf.
All right. Let me get
And no Christmas puns.
No, no, definitely not.
No Christmas puns.
And if it will be, it'll be one of those ones where it's like, I'm saying the letters as they're appearing in my head.
Yeah, exactly. I have a clause in my contract that stops me from making bad jokes, and that is snow joke. Let's go. That's 2 for the price of 1.
Dominance. Bitcoin 51.7%. Ethereum 16.9%.
Both falling a little bit.
Yes.
That's what happens when Bitcoin has a bit of a breather.
Yeah.
Bitcoin has a bit of a slowdown.
Which we'll see in the charts when we look at them.
We will.
Market cap is $1.59 trillion. Yeah, cool, interesting. Bitcoin 41.9.
42,000, knocking on the door. What about your 24-hour gainers and losers? Let me have a guess. Is Bonk in the 24-hour losers?
Wait, hold on. I'll do it in 1 second. Where's Fortune? I can't find him. Anyway, we'll get to it. Anyway, I'll try and look. It's not in the green. Okay. Axela, 21.5% up, 50% up, 7 day.
Nice.
25. ICP, 19% up in 24 hour, 100% up in the 7 day.
Yep. For those of you that have been here for a while, you will know that ICP is one of my $15,000 to $1 million portfolio tokens. It basically wet the bed for the entire year. It's wet the bed. I was down about 40% on the position, and now I am up 60, 70% on the position. The chances are I am going to sell half of that because
you need to take profits.
I need to take some profits out of it. It is absolutely died, and it's not like Chainlink or Ethereum or Bitcoin. What else is there?
Oh, this is great news for everybody here. SHIB Inu is up 8%, and 7 days 7%. So that means all you holding, which will be given away on the quizzes and whatnot. Soon, hopefully, should be a Lamborghini or something.
Well, what I was working out is Tariq has got every answer to every question right for the last 6 months. If he gets those answers right for the next 241 years, he will be able to afford to buy himself a Tesla.
Awesome. Well, just keep watching.
That's the beauty of the SHIB we give away on Crypto Warehouse. Every time we go live, we give away SHIB. And at the ripe old age of 262, Tariq will be able to drive his brand new Tesla Model XXX7 around the streets. That's what I can say about that.
All right, well,
what else is what's down?
I'll check 24 hour down and have a glance at 7 day whatever. So Beam is down 13%.
Yeah.
Bonk is down 11%.
Another 11%.
Yeah, 24 hour. Helium 9.8%. Casper 9.3. That had a huge. That was like boom, 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 huge. upwards. Mutable X.
A lot of these coins have had huge pumps.
Yeah.
So this is just profit taking, isn't it?
Yeah. Pepe 3.29%. Oh, Thorchain, there he is. 2.65% down on the 7 day and on the 24 hour, and the 7 day is 10.35%.
Yeah, but Thorchain, you're never going to have a boring night out with Thorchain, are you?
No.
You're either going to end up in a prison cell, or you're going to end up bathed in champagne with Thorchain.
Oh, no.
Thorchain is not Cardano. Cardano is at home with a book and a hot chocolate in front of an open fire, reading the Odyssey. Thorchain is hanging out of a taxi window, trying to steal the radio off the top of the nearby taxi.
No, I would say
Thorchain is a degenerate.
Thorchain is going out to a fancy restaurant every Friday night with the co-workers. It's consistent. You can't go wrong, can you? Like, you're not gonna go get drunk and assault a police officer.
Thorchain would.
No. Thorchain, maybe they're a bit unhinged now because it's not full. But anyway, on the 7 day, 116% up for Bonk. Absolutely smashing.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be.
Yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
ICP 103%. Yeah. Osmosis 87%.
Good.
Woohoo for them.
There's a lot of projects on the Cosmos chain which, because of they're moving towards this seamless interoperability. So all Cosmos-related chains are seeing big pumps now.
Yeah, Cosmos is having a 14.66%
Yeah.
up. The ELF thing, I did a film, didn't I?
You've done a video on ELF.
26% up. I can't remember what I said. To be honest.
You said it was finished.
Yeah, well, it's going down. So Avalanche 31.9%. Celestia is up. Yeah, you took great profit on that.
I sold my Celestia at $14.50 because I was telling people to take profits all along the way. It's run all the way up. It's retraced a little bit. But what I would do is I would look to trade Celestia. I would buy it at anywhere near $10 and then sell anywhere near $14 for now. And then eventually $18. But I can't see it going any higher. The same with Bonk. While Bonk was having a massive blow off top, I'm sitting here like Grumpy Santa telling people, please don't buy Bonk. Please don't buy Bonk. Look at us on the television there in our lovely hats.
Why am I
My head is boiling under this hat.
Oh, it's the TV. I was wondering about that. My thing was at 10.
The things I do for the love of crypto. Right. Should we get on with the news?
I'm just going to look at some comments quickly.
Before I forget, we're going to drop the red envelopes at 11:20. So if you can remind me at 11:20, that's when I will do the red envelopes.
He said I'll give you a spin in his Tesla 56X.
What I'd like to do, Tariq, is I want you to put a chair on top. So like they do on aeroplanes where they fly around with somebody strapped to the top of the aeroplane. If you get a Tesla out of the SHIB that we give you because it pumps so much, I want you to strap me to the top of your Tesla and drive me around the streets as fast as you can.
Yep.
And I'll be in the chair, drinking champagne or whatever is legal, and eating turkey.
Oh, he said good morning a bit earlier to us. Thank you very much. Good morning to you too. Good morning to everybody here. Thank you all for joining us. Danica said hi, Mike.
Hello, Danica.
No hi to me though, which is
good because we know where the talent is in the office, don't we? We know where the talent is. Oh. We've only got one of us here. One of us here is for the eye candy for the ladies, which is obviously the new James Bond, 2030 James Bond over there, and then the brains, because of course I'm wearing.
The one who sits for that's the entire time.
Should we swap hats so you can show just how small
his
your
head
brain
is huge. No, his head's just gigantic. Look, take it off.
See, watch this now. Watch this. Watch this. Look at him. Look at him. See?
He's got fire eyes, that's why.
He's got the looks, but he doesn't have the noggin. Can I have my hat back now?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be able to see the
sharks.
sharks.
Traverse my way out of it. The maze.
Right, let me put my hat back on and go back into being Grumpy Santa.
Fathead.
Okay, take it away. What we're looking at
article
first.
Of the day.
Oh, the Santa Rally, yes.
Is Santa Claus rally inevitable in the crypto market?
Can I just tell you why we're including this? Because I can't remember if it was Kishan, Tariq, or Andy, or somebody in chat said to me, is crypto going to go up? Is there going to be a Santa Rally? And he only asked me yesterday or the day before, and saw this article, thought I would include it.
Tariq said, I'll strap a lazy boy, not a normal chair.
What?
A lazy boy, not a normal chair.
Yeah.
Recline all the way.
That would be great. A big leather one with holes in that's got cigarette burns and cigar burns in it. That's it. That's what I want. I'll wear a dressing gown with Wellington boots and we'll recreate a scene from the Fight Club or something. So, Santa Rally.
Yep.
As we talked about before, I think it was yesterday, the day before I said, stocks go up between the 1st and 31st of December. There is a real reason for this.
Yep.
Insurance companies and retirement funds, they sell all the underperforming stocks before the 1st of September because that's their declaration date. Then what they do in December is buy them back. So it pumps the market with liquidity in December. So there is a valid reason for it.
Yes.
But the question was, do we have a Santa rally in
crypto?
December in crypto? So there's a couple of things for you to look at. There's two things. There's the article, but then I've also given you the Glassnode chart to bring up.
Perfect. Well, we've had a comment on somewhere else.
See that? Yeah, that's
Fumika Thumbs there. Hopefully I got that right. Hi guys, all the way from South Africa.
Nice.
Awesome. Hopefully it's a nice day. It's probably warm there, right? I know
it's the land of Elon Musk.
That's true. So anyone there must be pretty good. I know Australia in our winter is like hot. So I don't know about that.
Everything wants to kill you in Australia.
That's true.
The weather, the insects, the animals, even koalas.
Yeah.
The fires.
Why do you live there?
We sent them there because they're convicts.
Right, let's go on to Santa. Santa Man. The market enthusiasts speculate on a possible Santa Claus rally in the crypto market, anticipating year-end surprises in the market. With the year drawing to a close, crypto enthusiasts are eagerly eyeing the possibility of a Santa Claus rally in the market. Meanwhile, several factors are at play, both positive and risky, shaping the potential trajectory of digital assets. Notably, with the recent dovish comments by the US Federal Reserve to Bitcoin spot ETF speculations, the crypto market is poised for significant movements. Let's delve into the reasons.
Two people have been crushed by crypto this year.
Not many.
Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler is now a shadow of a man, okay? Because he's lost in court every time. There is a very famous scene in The Simpsons where Homer Simpson becomes a boxer. Have you seen this one?
No.
And his nickname is the Sponge because he takes...
Right.
And he gets in the ring with Mike Tyson, who pummels him, just constantly pummels him. But because he's Homer Simpson, he doesn't have a brain and his skull's like that thick, he can't knock him out. She just hammers him constantly. And I think he actually hits him so hard he goes through the actual top of the ring that they're fighting in, right? That's Gary Gensler this year. Every time he's turned round to have a fight with someone, he's just been smashed to pieces. XRP, Grayscale, Library, they've destroyed him. He's been destroyed, okay? That's number one. And the second one is, of course, Chairman Powell. Chairman Powell's lost. He wanted to do all of these different things, and you know what? He's got so far, and he's had to call defeat. You know why? Because next year is the presidential election, and what are you not allowed to do in the presidential election year? High interest rates, have anything else. So they've both lost to crypto this year, in my opinion. That's my little rant over about Homer Simpson.
I don't know what's interesting here.
You don't have to go through much of it. We can go on to the Glassnode thing then. That's optional. Now, what's interesting about this is it doesn't actually show us.
What does it show us?
It doesn't show us December looks that good. Look at September, October, and then look at December. December's not looking good.
Oh, Q3, right? Okay, yeah. This is
No, if you scroll down,
you'll see it monthly. Oh yeah,
you'll see it by month.
Let's see. So 2023. Oh yeah, not that bad.
Do you know if you cut your head while you were scratching, then that would be an elf-inflicted wound.
Good. September, yeah, everything is heavily down. Oh yeah, so we can see the average. That's good.
Yeah.
September 4.78% averagely down, and then October and November are going to December. So October and November are the biggest hitters, 22.9% and 46.81%.
Yeah.
Especially obviously 2013 kind of helps out with 449% up. So maybe that's not very bit of an outlier there. And then 5.38% up in December. So yeah, we can see this effect, I suppose, of this sell and buyback.
Over time it has worked, but if you look at of the last 3 years, there's only one that's been up, hasn't it?
Of September? Yeah.
Of December.
Oh, December. Oh, yeah.
There's only one.
This year.
So it's not all plain sailing in green. So what I did on the chart today, I've drawn a line to show the 1st of December, and then I've shown how far we've come up. I think we're 11% up, aren't we, over December so far?
Yes, 7.45. Yep.
So what do we think? What are you going to tell us about Bitcoin? Where are we going to be on Christmas Day? Tell me that.
I don't know.
Tell me where we're going to be on Christmas Day. And if you're not accurate, you're going to have to dress up as Santa Claus on the Boxing Day stream.
You're obsessed with trying to make me dress up as Santa. You tried it with Solana, and I was too good.
You dodged a bullet on Solana.
I didn't dodge a bullet. I got it right, as I always do. Okay. Let's have a look at the chart. So we're on the 4-hour right now.
Yeah.
It's weird that the volume, like, you have to like, zoom all the way in. Zoom. Yeah. So we can see there is a blue. That's drawn wrong. Actually, let me make this a bit more accurate. Because it's kind of. Look at this. Oops. Oh, oops. I made that too small. I want to make this like really smooth so I can see exactly what's going on. There we go. That's better. So now we can see a small line, which is a bit more accurate as to where our prices are going to be. So we can see we're in this heavily volumated area.
Yeah, we are.
Where there's just a bunch of volume. Like we're just in it. Like it might not look like there's 2 lines up and below, but since there's so much everywhere, it means that we're not gonna have a lot of movement because in theory, if you look at where we are right now, like here in comparison, the next line obviously it's lower, but there's still quite a lot of volume there in comparison to other places. So we just have a lot of volume on the upper. Oh, there's more on the bottom end. So we've got a bigger volume point below us than we do like. Because it's kind of cascading like upwards, so we do have support. So we are going up above the support level, but then next to it, as you can kind of see by this red wig, it's kind of confirmed to us this area which we're going to be in, which is this whole. It's basically the entire width or the entire length of this or height of this candle, which is from 42211 and 4187 Bitcoin. Now looking at our long-term trend. We haven't. Wait, how long did you draw these trend lines?
October. Now I'm going to give you my 2 prices, and then you need to tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So I've got 38,800, which is below all the volume, and I've got 44,000 dead on as the next level of not the next level of resistance. The next big level of resistance. So I've got 39 and 44 as my 2 prices. That's what I said yesterday on the stream. Now 38.8 for me would take a massive drop given the amount of support we've got at this price. But I don't think going to 44 is, I think going to 44 is going to be easier than going to 39. What does the self-employed TA experts say?
Well, I can see here. So you can see. So our line is right here. You know what? Let me make a line of where we are, so I can demonstrate and make it like a red color. So the red line is where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see, we can kind of just look at the concentration of the blue lines, which are volume points to look at above and below us. So we are very close. We are basically at this Fibonacci level right now at 416 whatever, and our trend line is very close as well. So we do have something which we've played out from a long term, kind of keeping us up, which might not be a numerical value to look at, but these are points to always consider no matter what. But we do have one level of support below us, and this trend line and this line below us. So I just want to preface that we do have a lot strong keeping us up. Now on the upper end, keeping us down. We have something at 42209, which I was talking about. Something a bit weaker at 42893. But going on to your, the most significant level, which is as equal to where we are right now, is 43976, which is basically 44,000. Because we can see where we are right now at 41882, and then you can see this like big huge what's it called volume gap here. So although there are points within the volume gap which we'll see something at, the overall trend of this volume is this kind of dip here, which we can see, and we're starting to come up it. So the further we go, in terms of more long term, we don't have a lot keeping us down till 44,000. So that's the most considerable thing.
What's money flow looking like?
We are in the negative. We are going into the negative, and we do have a negative gradient.
So we could have a bit more downside.
Yeah, I'll do more. I'll do an assessment on Mark Cipher. I just want to quickly scroll down to the lower end. If we were to fall down,
yeah,
there's hardly any volume. Similar to how we are in this situation, this is a lot less concentrated in one area. We do have these two price points at 388 and 394, but these are nowhere near strong enough to actually keep us above. So we basically, similar to over here, have this huge like volume gap to 377 and 372. So what did you say on the lower end?
I've got 38.8 at the bottom and 44 at the top. They're my two price targets.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would probably say 37.7 to 37.2, as if we were to fall below where we are right now. And yeah, but I'll quickly have a look at market cipher.
Yeah.
So our VWAP is in the negative. Obviously, the gradient, the VWAP matters more on the lower time ends, but we're on the 4 hour, so it doesn't play as much of a factor, but it is always great to look at to see if it matches up with what's going on. We had a momentum shift here at 9 o'clock yesterday, which has continued to play out. We are below our moving average, so looking at like indicators and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're looking for longs, it would be less encouraging to invest in a long if you are below your moving averages. But if you do break up, and this is something I point out a lot, if your price point breaks above the moving average and you are at a price level, it really can bounce the price up.
Yeah.
And what I want to say to encourage that is we could see ourselves print within the next couple 4 hours. We could see ourselves print out an anchor trigger wave, which is on the lower end, which is an oversold, which would indicate an anchor trigger wave on the long position. So if we see this wave play out, which it could hopefully do, if we see this wave kind of round out lower down than this over here, let me draw a trend line. We could see something like this happen, or this going over to here. We can see this as it goes lower, that this trend line has a positive gradient. We could see then based on that the price should go up. And if the money flow and everything starts to go up as it is, VWAP is starting to go up, we could see a lot of things kind of converge into one and shoot the price up.
So, are we going to go up or down? Based on what you've just said, you've done so much TA. We've gone past 20 past, so I'm starting to add the boxes. That's why I was on my phone. I wasn't ignoring you. I was trying to listen to you. But when I started listening to you, you said the VWAP was coming down, and then as soon as I put my phone down, you said the VWAP was coming up. So
it's come down. I'm saying it's come down. We're on negative, but we do have positive gradient, so it's starting to come up in theory.
So we could be looking at 42.3, 42.4.
Yeah.
Right, fine.
So we have 42.
Okay.
But it's not very strong. We have 42. Yeah, we have 43. So I'll just say 43.
Fine, perfect. Right, we need to move on because we've gone past time. Okay, so I have just dropped. I think I have just dropped the box, but I can't tell on this phone. So I think if somebody in chat can let me know, did the envelope appear? And then do you want to move on to the next article? Yeah, okay, right, it did appear, fine. That one's done. I need to do another one now. While you are cracking on with this, I need to drop the next box. So just ignore me for a couple of seconds while I do this.
All right, SHIB in up 12% overnight. What's next? So as marketable option for seasonal gains, SHIB Inu has a unique combination of appeal, volatility, and potential returns. The lead developer recently provided information about meme coin efforts as developments in the cryptocurrency field continues. Where's the information? So it has some fresh perspective on the remarkable efforts made by the SHIB Inu community to improve the complex economics of token through a fascinating series of social media posts. They revealed a patchwork of projects aimed at strengthening the SHIB Inu ecosystem for creating creative staking technologies to decentralized dApps, or decentralized apps. So increased by 12.5% in the last 24 hours. At the time of writing, SHIB was trading at 0.0001, up a staggering 30% over the past 24 hours, and up 9% over the past 7 days. Data from CoinGecko.
Back in the room. I think he's glitched.
Huh?
I said, I think you've glitched.
Why? No, I'm reading out. It's just it's a whole lot of nothing.
Good film for people to watch is Westworld. That was a good film. Have you seen it? With Yul Brynner.
I don't know.
It's a fun fair where they're all robots and they get shot by people.
I know what it's about.
Well, they do stuff like that. They glitch. They go glitch. Anyway.
Okay, I'm just going to all play past this. This is not interesting.
Let's go into the charts. I've not looked at SHIB with you in months.
They haven't looked at SHIB.
In fact, I can't remember ever looking at SHIB. Even though we give SHIB away every day on the stream, we never do TA on SHIB.
No.
Maybe that's because we don't want to appear like we're doing some kind of like shill.
Oh, that is beautiful. Anchor Trigger Waves are my new favorite thing. That's my new, the favorite thing for the month is Anchor Trigger Waves. Look at this. So you see this green dot here and this green dot here.
I can't see anything.
Oh, it's on. You see that big green? Okay, look at the market life. You see that there's a green dot here, there, and then that little tiny itty bitty thing.
Yeah.
Well, that concluded with a 21% move up. So there you go. Very nice to see. Anyway, let's get on to. So we've corrected back all the way down to the top of the range.
Okay.
Which you drew. We're above the moving average, which is always nice to see.
Now this reminds me. Yes, this is the same as what happened with a few other coins, which is you have a channel. I'm going to prelude what you're about to talk about, right? We have a channel. We had it for Bitcoin and Ethereum and a few others. And what happens is you follow the channel, and when it breaks out, it comes down and uses the top of the channel as support.
Right.
And SHIB, as you've just shown, has just done exactly the same thing. So what are we looking at for SHIB? Because we've seen, what is it? It's down like 90% from its all-time highs, isn't it?
Something like that. I'm just trying to quickly draw.
And this leads on to Bonk, doesn't it? The next article after this is Bonk.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So let's do this quite quickly. So we've got some, these are red, I don't want red.
So just remember, before we get onto it, we're looking at SHIB. And SHIB has got some good price action, but it's still down 90% from its all-time high. So when we go and talk about Bonk in a minute, and WAGME, or WANGME, as I'm now going to call it, we're going to explain why it's important to look at SHIB and still consider it to be a coin that's now evolved from a meme coin into a community coin. Keep that in mind when we go through Bonk.
Yeah. Okay. So looking at our market cipher B, we could look at volume points. In comparison to below us, we've got some things going on. So we've got some. You can clearly see by this volume chart, there's been an irregularity going on, which is this huge move upwards. Because we've got nothing up here, and then all this down here.
Yeah.
So looking at everything I've got in front of me, our VWAP is in negative and has a negative gradient, which is a bearish a sign. Our momentum has changed, which is similar to the moving averages, convergence divergence, is when they cross and it changes. The set incentive of the market. We've got our money flow have. Let's zoom in. Actually, can't tell. It's like a negative gradient by nothing, but it's starting to round out now. It is in the green, but what matters more is the gradient more so than the height of things. But so money flow's looking like it's starting to fall down. VWAP is negative and is falling down, and we've got negative momentum. So there's a lot of things. So pretty much everything's pointing downwards for SHIB.
But we had a pump.
Yeah, and that makes sense. So we have, we did, we fell down, kind of fell down, and we have come back up a bit. But looking at where we are right now, obviously these aren't as strong as the volume points below us, but we've got 2 points, 1092, 1068, where really short term we could probably see, like something, this is going to, because we're above it, it might keep us up for a bit.
Yeah, nothing ever goes up forever. Nothing ever comes down together. That applies to SHIB. That applies to Bonk when we're going to get onto it. Now, what I will add to that is, I've tried to find some positive SHIB news today. Like, what's caused this? There isn't any. There was supposed to be a burn this week of SHIB, and it never happened. Right. So that's even more negative news. So, do you think this is a manipulation rather than a market move? Because for me, there was, when I looked at this coin as well this morning, I saw hidden bearish.
Right.
Divergence. You've just gone through the charts and found everything more bearish news. There's bearish news, physical news associated with it,
going down.
and we've pumped.
Yeah.
So for
it
me,
could be. It could very well be.
So for me, there's no reason for this to have happened.
Yeah, and what I find funny, or not, but as in like when everyone uses an indicator and it all says one thing, and if it wasn't supposed to happen, but since everyone thinks it's going to happen, they preempt it, and then it happens.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, so if everyone uses market cipher and sees this anchor trigger wave and then buys, it will automatically fill itself into this buy thing. So that's the only thing I can say about that. But I would sell my ring finger for the fact that I think it's going to go down to one. It's going to go back down to 1.
I totally agree with you.
Because we've got a point of control, and it's huge volume.
No.
So percentage-wise, 6%.
We're going to move on to Bonk,
Yes.
because you've shoehorned in another project.
Yeah.
Now we're going to move on to Bonk. I said I wasn't going to talk about Bonk. I said I'm not going to talk about it. I reviewed it a year ago. I said it was a pile of pants. I said it was a waste of time. I said it was a rug pull. I said all these nasty things about it. And then a year later, it's listed on some of the biggest exchanges in the world. And we've had a massive run up. And I was warning everybody not to buy into the euphoria and not to buy Bonk. And then what happened? Whoop, it wet the bed. But before we get onto the charts, Brogan is going to have a quick look at this article.
Yeah.
Because is this the article where he... Yeah, okay. Don't listen to people that tell you that these coins are going to go on massive run-ups. Remember what I told you about a certain major crypto influencer who told you that Bonk was going to 10x from where it was 2 days ago, and it was going to overtake, pretty much going to become the 7th biggest crypto in the world. It was going to overtake Dogecoin. And if you'd have listened to him and you'd have bought at the time he told you to buy, you would currently be down 45%. That is why you don't listen to crypto influencers. I'm never going to sit here and tell you a coin is going to 1000x.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, we try and give, like, it's not based on any, we're not sponsored by anything.
Nope.
We're not controlled by anything.
Nope.
We are just going based off our opinions and our data. And I say it every single TA video I do. Never listen to anybody online. Nope. Never listen to anybody 100% of the time. Always do your own research. Yep. Always do it, always invest based on your own judgment.
Yeah.
I say it in TA videos, like, I might not always be right.
Nope.
The GTO, as much as I pride myself on still being right, I scraped by, and I will admit that.
Yeah, but you made 40%.
I still made
trade
30-something. So I was right, but it was still a risky move. But
exactly.
I still got it right.
So the problem is that you've got the negative review and the positive review. Now, the positive reviews come with the caveat that you don't know if they're being paid to put out a positive review, right? So we did a review. I'm going to go off on a tangent here. We did a review of WagMe.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, we did a review of WagMe. Yeah, we did a review of WagMe.
That's what I was
right. You can go through the charts in a minute. Now we did a neutral, honest review of WagMe based on what Brogan thought the price was going to do, which he's going to go on and show you he was right on. Right now, that's beside the point. The point we're making is that we got people in the comments saying, "Yes, but Cryptos R Us said this, and this guy said this." I was just about to talk about this. Yeah, and this guy said this. Right? Okay. They're all being bullish on a project that they're being paid to support.
I scrolled the CEO's Twitter, and Cryptos R Us was talking with the CEO
precisely
in a talk show looking thing,
exactly,
which has clearly been bought and set up. So he's clearly bought in with this project. So it's not like, and everyone's like, well, Cryptos R Us talks about it, and this is the huge error with crypto like social media as a whole, is the trust that people put. I'm not saying it's people's fault. It's quite heavily on the influencers side of things, that people put too much trust into influencers and always listen to what they say.
But think of it this way, okay? There are 20,000 projects in crypto, yeah? Who is going to give you an independent opinion of those projects? Or not an independent, who's going to give you an opinion, right? You're going to go onto a certain video platform to watch videos about those platforms. Now, if the project is worth its salt, it's going to buy 5 or 6 top influencers, give them some money to make decent reviews about the projects. Then what happens is you come along and you say, okay, well, what about Dogecoin? And then you go and see, oh, I recognize him, Crypto Dog. We're going to go and watch him. And you go and watch Crypto Dog, and he tells you the sun shines out of its backside, and you'll go and buy that coin, and then it will drop 90%. And then Dogman will say, oh, yeah, but, you've got to do your own research. doing your own research is watching you talk about these coins. And the issue is that if you are paid to review a coin, you have to be honest and tell people that you're being paid to review that coin, number one. And number two, if you're going to say nothing but positive things about it, it's disingenuous, it's not real, right? And then we get the flack for being honest about a project and saying it looks like a bag of nuts. Don't go and buy it. It looks rubbish. And then we get the grief for being honest about a project that a bigger influencer is being paid to sell you. So we're in this situation where we're trying to tell you not to buy the hype on Bonk. Don't buy the hype on Bonk. And you've got influencers telling you it's going to 10x. And guess what? It's nearly halved in price since he said it was going to 10x. It happens every single goddamn cycle. We get to this point where there's euphoria. This is going to pump, this is going to pump. Okay, yes, they have pumped. Yes, Pyth will go up and down. Yes, GateIO will go up and down. Yes, these coins will go up and down. But they're not scam projects. They're legitimate. Pyth is a legitimate project. GateIO is a legitimate project. Jupiter is an exchange that does 100 million.
Yeah, it's decentralized as long as you can do decentralized future trading. It's
exactly.
Really cool.
So the point of it is that we don't just pick up some dog coin and then praise the backside of it because we've been paid a few $100s. And it's annoying me because we then get people who are watching this stream that go watch another bigger platform than us who's been paid to tell you how good it is. And then they watch us and say, well, he said it was really good. Why are you saying it's so bad?
And it's
go and ask him why he likes it.
Yeah,
because he's been paid.
Exactly. Just because they're bigger doesn't mean they not saying we know better than everyone else.
No, we don't.
Just because they're bigger doesn't mean that they're doing it for the best interest and whatnot. But
exactly.
I was gonna have the chart ready for WAGME and then say all the bad comments we had, because I made the video. We've had like a couple of comments on like, oh, this is a great project.
Yeah, people saying it's a great project, which that they're entitled to their opinion. I say all the time on here, don't take our opinion as gospel. Don't take crypto as our crypto are us. Cryptos are us, I think it's called. Don't take his opinion. Don't take Ben Cowan. Look around. If you listen to Ben Cowan, you would do nothing but hold Bitcoin, which is great at this stage of the market. But he trades every day. He looks at crypto every day. You're going to miss out on Ethereum, on Cardano. You're going to miss out on Solana, who've all outperformed Bitcoin.
Yep. His video is basically specialized on Bitcoin.
And he does it over a long period of time, and he will eventually make a lot of money for people. But we suggest having a balanced portfolio because that's what the average person should have. And it doesn't matter if this one performs better than the other, as long as in 2 years' time, your entire portfolio is 5, 10, 15, 20%. A 20x up. That's all that matters.
And I want to promote having fun. So I want to promote these I want to look at these really low cap coins and really interesting coins, which are riskier to talk about. You know, obviously it's risky to invest on your end, but it's risky for us to talk about. I do 2 videos every over a day on coins. So looking at these low cap coins, it's always risky on our end as well to talk about and give information on.
But also, right, and we say this on our videos. If you have $10,000 in your portfolio, take $9,900 and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, XRP, Link, Quant, proper projects. Then take $100 and do one or two things. Go and buy $10 worth of 10 tokens like SNEC or Ponk or Bonk or whatever else, WAGME, right, that we don't necessarily like, but go and buy $10 of each. If one of them 100x's, you've 10x'd your money that you've gone and had a bet. Because at the end of the day, it's speculation and it's gambling, right?
It's gambling where you have indicators. It's like indicating it's like having a little notepad in front of you when you're doing blackjack. It's like based off this graph and this other, there's a 36% chance of this card coming up and then this and this happening. It's it's basically that. That's all it is. But I'm going
to give you one other thing I mentioned yesterday that I forgot to tell you about, right? So 2 weeks ago, I covered an article and it said Solana mobile phones weren't selling. Yeah, so Solana mobile phones, they've got a mobile phone called Sega. Solana Sega it's called. It's a mobile phone. Anatoly Yavalenko, he was in mobile phones before he started Solana. Yeah? Now, he created a mobile phone. People say it's lovely. It was $900 or $1,000. It didn't sell. So he dropped it to $600.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks ago, the article was saying, can't sell a mobile phone, haven't got a mobile phone to sell. But guess what you got if you bought that mobile phone? You got $50 worth of Solana, which is fine because it will always ever be $50 worth of Solana. That's not the catch. The catch was Bonk did a 50 million airdrop. 50 million Bonk. So not $50 worth of Bonk, 50 million.
Right.
So guess what happens when the price of Bonk goes up? You're getting $800, $878 worth of Bonk for buying a $600 phone. So guess what happened?
You get a free phone.
You get a free phone. Yeah, but guess what? They've all sold out. Now, is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence that 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, Solana was being called out for having a mobile phone they couldn't sell, and then miraculously, this Santa Claus had come down a chimney. Rudolph was parked outside eating his carrots. Rudolph comes down the chimney, and then suddenly Bonk, 20x's in 2 weeks, gets listed on some exchanges, and then all of a sudden they've gone from having thousands and thousands of Solana phones they can't sell to now they've sold out. I mean, come on. And we get called out for saying that that project's not that good.
Yep, it's disappointing. I mean, I just want to say, like, as well. Obviously, we'll go through this article, we'll look at Bonk, and then we'll quickly look at WAGMI. But I just want to say, I think WAGMI was, I think it's my biggest win on a video I've ever done on trading yet. Because we'll get into how much it's fallen by. But I'm just telling you now, if you 5x'd, a short when you looked at my video, you'd be a millionaire right now. I'm not even trying.
Anyway, so I apologise, but our job is not to make you rich. Our job is to stop you from becoming poor. And by doing that, we are going to call out projects that are overbought, overhyped, whatever you want to call it. And for me, Bonk in the last 2 weeks has become overbought. The euphoria behind it, the new listings, it drove the price up to 1.6 billion. People were talking about a $12 billion market cap. Absolutely outrageous. As I said, you don't go to heaven without a soul, and Bonk does not have a soul. It has no utilities, no project behind it. It's not like SHIB. SHIB is now no longer, in my eyes, a meme coin, it's a community coin. Doge is a one-trick pony. It's only got X. If X turns round and doesn't add Dogecoin as the tipping function, Doge is going to fall out of the top 10 and we're never going to see it again because there's nothing to it. There's no community as far as I can find. It's just a zombie coin waiting for Elon Musk.
Yeah, the one thing, open sourcing Twitter's algorithm where it had a coin mentioning it was what really kept it going in my eyes. Because it's like, there's a coin going because it open source all this code. Oh my God, something's going on.
Yeah, but again, we're not against people buying Dogecoin at 10 cents. If they think it's going to go to $1 when it gets added to X. We're not here to tell you not to do that. Oh. But that coin has been around now for 5, 6, 7 years, hasn't it? Right? SHIB has been around. SHIB has matured. Doge has matured in the market. What's Bonk ever done? It's done nothing. Oh. And people are buying it because they're buying it on speculation because it's about to get listed somewhere. And guess what? Guess what the SEC did? We're here to protect you. We're here to stop you from buying Bonk. We're going to keep you safe. We're going to keep you so safe that you can't buy Bonk anywhere until it gets listed on this exchange. And guess what? You go and buy Bonk from that exchange and it drops 40%. What's the SEC done to protect those people? Nothing. All it's done is provide exit liquidity for the rest of the world because the Americans have come in and bought Bonk at the top and now they're all down 40%. And the SEC are going to turn around and said, see, we told you crypto was a scam, but you didn't let them buy it when it was at $100 million market cap. You let them buy it at 1.6 billion when everyone's run off with all the money.
We are the best people to listen to. I'm not even going to troll. We keep you safer than America itself, and that's my motto now. We don't make you rich. We keep you being poor. Mine is we are safer to listen to than America itself.
There you go. My ears
Let's
hurt.
get on to Shiba Inu.
Let's go on to
Should we
SHIB.
just look at the... Oh, whoops. Don't know what's open. Oh, there we go.
I thought we'd done SHIB. We're doing Bonk.
Oh, that's what I meant, sorry.
Do not get SHIB and Bonk mixed up.
It has a dog on the screen and they all look the same. It's got orange background, they all look the same.
Do you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do, right? When Bonk comes down, all the way down, right, back to where it should be, maybe $600 million market cap, right? Another thing which we're not going to do now because we're going to run over is go and look at the price history of Pepe, go and look at the price history of Shiba Inu, look where Bonk is because that's where Bonk's going to be in 6 months' time, right? So when Bonk's down at a $500 million market cap, $600 million market cap, I'm going to go and buy Bonk and give Bonk out. Because by the time we get there, SHIB's going to be so expensive.
Yeah.
We're going to be giving out like 3 SHIB per day. So, but, you know, I'm not going to buy Bonk unless it's to give away to people.
Yeah.
What are you going to talk about next? I'm going to stop ranting now.
Bonk. Okay. Oh, are we slating this guy?
Who?
Are we slating this guy?
Which guy?
Person, Kadir Ak, the author of Meme Coin Prediction 24, will Bonk outperform Shiba Inu and Dogecoin.
Well, no, I'm not. The thing is, right, I'm not going to... I was saying this yesterday, right? Jason Appleton, Crypto Crow, yeah?
Yeah.
Probably my most famous crypto follower, right? He gave a price prediction of $32 for ADA.
Yeah.
And what I said yesterday on the stream was, he doesn't think we're going to hit $32. He doesn't. He's written an article, or he's written a video that's going to then be republished on these websites. So he's done it for publicity. It's like the guy saying that Bitcoin's going to hit $17 million. If Bitcoin replaced every asset in the world, it would be $17 million, okay? What if you read it, he thinks it'll get to $1 million, right? Jason Appleton does not expect ADA to hit $32. He expects it to hit, I can't remember what he said, $16 or $12. Well, I think ADA will get to $5 to $8. So I'm not going to pan Jason Appleton because he's kind of right. He's done the headline, and we could do that. You know, we could start making videos.
Bonk to $100.
Bonk to $100, yeah. SHIB to $1,000 because it catches the headlines, exactly. Right? But the problem is, when you have new people to crypto, you've got to be careful that they don't take it as gospel.
Because they don't understand.
No, they don't understand. And it's the same as the people who are saying that XRP is going to go to $689. Look at the market cap of XRP. It's going to be trillions. It's not going to happen this cycle. Maybe 3 cycles down the line. It's not going to happen.
Yep.
So you've got a balance between you need the publicity to get the followers, but you don't want to mislead the general public who are new to crypto because they get stung. All of those people that bought Bonk 2 days ago will be cursing, but they won't blame the exchange, they won't blame the SEC, they'll blame crypto.
Yeah.
But it's not crypto's fault.
No.
So that's what annoys me about a lot of these things. Now there is a question somebody's just asked. Kmart Ashfaq FAQ, just for the record. Yeah. Where is my Christmas present? We dropped it 30 minutes ago. You were late for the stream. You need to be here at 20 past 11 or 11 o'clock ideally to start the show.
Well, all I'm going to do, sorry, I want to talk about the whole thing.
We are so late, you know, by the way.
It doesn't matter.
So
I'll stay here by myself if it needs to be. So I'm going to read out this little blurb here and then we'll look at the price and then I'll go on to WagMe and then gloat. Is that the word? Gloat? Like, oh,
gloat.
Look at me.
Yeah, gloat.
I'll gloat about it and then we can move on to stablecoins. So Bonk Prediction 2024, Chase made a bold statement, I don't know how did I say that, made a bold statement regarding Bonk's future, predicting that memes are leading adoption in this cycle and bringing normies into crypto realm. I think Bonk will flip Shiba Inu.
No, it won't.
What does he mean by flip?
It's not going to flip anything other than burgers in 6 months' time when it's unemployed and it's standing outside a football ground selling burgers for $3 because it's going to be out of business.
Yeah, laugh. It's funny. Yeah. What's flip? Does it mean like overtake it or like what? Like
yeah. So the great flippening is when Ethereum's market cap overtakes the Bitcoin market cap. Actually. That's the great flippening. But there are other flippenings where, you know, so let's say SHIB overtakes Doge. Yeah. So for me, in a very close universe to the one we're in now, if you believe in the multiverse, like Spider-Man does.
Yeah.
Shiba Inu has a community, has a metaverse, has apps. It's twice the project that Dogecoin is. So I think SHIB could flip Dogecoin to become #1, right? Bonk's never going to happen. What's he saying about Bonk?
What I'm saying about Bonk. I love Anchor Trigger. Look at this.
Have you brought my chart up to show my line?
I'll show you line. So I just want to point out this. So you see 5 a.m. Friday, December, and then you see this Friday 9 o'clock, and then this huge. How much does it?
Do you like my line, by the way?
It's a great line.
I drew that line 2 days ago to show what was going to happen with Bonk, and look how close we are.
All right. So,
what are we down?
I want everyone to close their eyes and envision. Well, actually, no, open them because you need to see the graph. But
my eyes are closed.
Okay, so imagine a world where we have this kind of thing between this wave and then this little wave, this print out here. So this kind of structure, and then this price movement. So you want to compare this structure to this price movement, and then let's look down here from the 16th till now. This structure. Notice how these structures are very similar to each other.
Yeah.
And notice how they are opposite to each other. And also notice how when this happened, this went down, but this is on the flip side. So this happens, then gaps, this will go up. That's what I'll say. But I haven't actually looked at anything yet. Let's look at your line first. Line is very good. It reminds me, and before Sheen, I tried to find a moving average which looked like this because it reminded me of a moving average. Because this is just beautiful.
So what's going to happen?
Let's have a look.
With Bonk.
I'm trying to get the volume to appear, but it's not appearing.
Because what I think is going to happen, while you're sorting this out,
we're
going to come down to a level and find resistance and support. Sorry, find support, aren't we? That's what tends to happen. Now, what's wrong?
That's what's wrong. A 43% move down to find support is what's wrong. That's what's wrong. Okay, there's a lot. This is not good. This is very bad, actually. Okay, so. Oh no. Okay, so what have I said? When you're below the moving average and you start to see long things, they don't play out that well because you can't So even though I was like, oh my god, look at this, we're gonna go up. We can only move. Let me get this really accurate. We can only move 3.3% up, really. And we can move a millionth, 100% down if you wanted to.
Oh, my ear hurts.
What I'm saying, that was big. That was big as well. This, you see this line here, and then this right down here. Okay, anyway.
Right, let me ask some questions then.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're so far over time. It's actually going to be Christmas. I've got to go and jump on the back of a reindeer in a minute.
Yeah, I still got to make my presents.
Right. Where was I going with this? Yeah, Bonk is going to come down again. Then it's going to find support. Yeah. The question is, where is Bonk going to get the liquidity from to push it up from where it is today? Because the reason is you have all the people that bought before the pump, right? There's a very good friend of mine, I'm not going to mention his name, and it's not somebody that you know, it's an OG from an NFT project on Solana that I was in 2 years ago, yeah? And he had $10,000 worth of Bonk. And he said to himself, I am going to sell the day it gets listed on this certain exchange. And he sold it for $402,000. So he 40x'd his money, right? Now, he is one of maybe 2, 3, 4, 5,000 holders that have made 30, 40, 50x on Bonk. Now, when you have that amount of sell pressure, where's the buy pressure coming from? Because the buy pressure is temporary on it. Yeah. The people that have bought Bonk in the last 3 days are down 20, 30, 40%, aren't they? So where's the buy pressure from? There's no buy pressure.
There's not going to be.
And you're going to have more and more sell pressure.
And this is why we harp on about, especially in NFT projects, you need a reason for people to buy your token.
And if you have a meme coin with no utility,
no
roadmap, there's no reason to buy it.
The only reason is for the speculation that others will buy it.
Yes. Now, there is one thing I want to add to this, which there's a caveat I want to add to this. We've looked at a couple of meme coins. We're not going to mention names because they're not listed on the exchanges that you're on, but we have made videos about them. There's a couple of, and you've actually done the TA on them as well, right? There's a few meme coins which have roadmaps. roadmaps that have got NFT projects, staking projects, DeFi projects, whatever it might be. They're still meme coins, but they're meme coins with utility, which technically would make them a community coin. The lines are blurred. But the point is, you've got pure meme coins. Bonk, Pepe. Pure meme coins are those two. SHIB Inu, community coin. You've got to look at the meme coin before you go near it, because I don't actually know, is SNE, is it listed on anywhere? I don't think it is.
I don't know.
All right. It has a roadmap with developers building it out. It's going to do better than a meme coin that's just set up called Gensler, or set up and it's called Powell, or it's called the SEC coin or something like that, which is just a bit of flippant fun to poke fun at something. But they've got no long-term, they've got no longevity, have they?
No.
There's nothing to them.
No.
So where are they going to go? They're going to come straight back down again.
Yeah.
You would be crazy to look at buying Bonk at this moment in time. But the good thing is, because we're telling you it's coming down, there is opportunities to short.
Exactly.
You can make money going up as well as coming down.
So I've drawn my line in purple.
Okay.
And then, so I try to follow the theme of drawing a line to see what's going on. Mine isn't going to be like a cradle where the price will bounce off it. Mine's sort of where I see the movement going.
Yeah.
So this is what I see is going to happen. It's going to go up, boink, oh no, boink, oh,
Yeah.
boink. It's going to hit his head that's falling down the stairs and everything. So looking, I mean, we don't need to look at market cipher to know what's going on here, but I will anyway. You could show me, you could make me close my eyes and tell me there's no volume anywhere until 11,659, and I'll tell you it's going to go down. So money flow, it's in the negative, it has a negative gradient, kind of. The up is positive, but we're on the 1 hour, sorry, it doesn't really matter. But it's probably going to come down. Momentum, as much as it might say it's green, yeah, cool. I look at our moving average. So the momentum. So what I like to have when I look to TA is things which tell me how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or things which tell me what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And things which tell me where it's going to happen till.
Yeah.
So that's what I always like to look at. So moving average and volume and Fibonacci are things to tell you where it's going to go, or how much it's going to go by. And then momentum, money flow, VWAP, things like this, and divergences tell me how, like, where it's going to go, or like how it's going to move. If you know what I mean. So you want your indicators and you want your TA to have both where it's going to go to and how it's going to go.
And you also need confluence now.
Exactly. So that's why. So for example, there's 3 things in front of me, which tell me how it's going to go, and then like actually 3 things telling me where it's going to go to. So I think this is a really good setup. So you've got the moving average, which is telling me it's not going to go up anywhere near. Mm-hmm. You've got a Fibonacci level nowhere, really close to us, and you've got volume where there's no resistance up, but there's more resistance on the above than there is on the low. There's literally, this is the lowest amount of volume I've ever seen. So, like I said, and this is where this comes to play with how it's going to go versus where it's going to go. As much as it might be good to see that there's money flow is negative, but it's not really very low. So it's like in the middle. VWAP is positive, and the momentum is positive. You might think, okay, this is quite positive news. It's going to go up. Keep in mind we are below the moving average, which means long and positive suggestions aren't going to really play out that well.
Yeah.
And we're literally, like I said, we're 3% away from hitting our moving average, and we don't have a lot of buy pressure to break us above this moving average and make us like really fly up. So as much as we could see we should go up, there's so many things in terms of looking at actually price levels, which is the most important thing to look at, is actual data based on price to tell us we're going to go down. So moving average is always great because it's based off price data. Volume's always great because it's based off price data. Fibonacci is great because it's based off nature and natural emotions. So with this moving average, this is a 21-day moving average, by the way, which is a Fibonacci number, which is something very important to realize. But that's it. I want to move on now to WAGMI. So, I'm going to spend 30 seconds on this though.
So what we're saying really is that you shouldn't hodl your bonk.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so
WAGMI. Do you want to check chat, by the way?
Oh yeah.
The nice chat thing that I've got down there for you. People are saying nice things in there.
Oh yeah. What was you saying? careful of bonking head. Oh, that's a good joke.
Be careful of bonking your head.
That's very good.
That's what I would say. Remember, if we haven't done this all stream. Remember, if you're new here, we don't always wear hats. I am not always Grumpy Santa. He is not always self-employed. But we do stream every day at 11 o'clock. Please hit the like button. Make sure you press the follow button. Do you know how many followers we're at now?
On where? Everywhere.
Across the world.
Where?
78,000 followers. So 2024, the first objective for 2024 is to get to 100,000 followers. And we can only do that if you press the follow, the like, whatever buttons you can press apart from the close stream buttons. If you could press all of them, it would be greatly appreciated. And where else are you going to find two blokes sitting in front of Christmas trees on a Sunday morning talking to you about crypto? You're not going to get this from Crypto Lifer. You're not going to get this from Ben Cowan. Hello, my name is Ben Cowan. Amateurs. You know what we should do on the Christmas stream? I should impersonate.
We should impersonate people.
We should impersonate.
Oh, who's going first?
Who could you be? You could be Frankie Candles.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? It's actually exciting.
You be Frankie Candles. I'll be Brit Boy.
Brit Boy.
I'll be Brit Boy Ben.
You
don't only need one. You be Frankie. I'll be Ben. You can be two if you want. You could be George. Oh, no, you can't be George. That would be a really bad idea. That would be cultural appropriation on the wrong level. Let's not be George.
No.
Right, let's talk about WAGMI. So I'm going to premise this while you get everything ready.
I've got all of it. It's fine.
All right. So we have a members-only area on one of our...
Was it members-only video?
It's members-only video, I think. Yeah,
no, how? Because other people... Oh,
because we put it live. So we have a members-only section where we do TA on videos, or we do TA on projects, put it in the members area, so the members area, only the members can see it. And we did WAGMI. And before we put it live, we basically said it was going to fall to pieces because it's a race to zero with a lot of coins that don't have tokenomics. We spoke about this off air, didn't we? When you've got a project like Star Atlas or Big Time, who are two AAA rated games in Web3, there is a buy and sell equilibrium. And in other games where you basically play to earn, you've got to ask yourself the question, who is buying these tokens that I'm selling? And that is the key.
Yeah, for someone to win, someone has to lose.
Yeah. Do you need to buy these tokens to play these games? Do you need to buy these tokens to make something in the game? Are they natural resources? So Star Atlas, for example, you need to buy food, ammunition, you need to buy repairs for your ships, all these kind of things. You need to buy them. And to buy them, you need the Star Atlas token. Now, WAGMI is a play-to-earn game that we haven't done a review on as such, but Brogan did the TA on. And you said in the members-only video...
Yeah, I said, it was at 10:58, but I couldn't get it accurately. Monday, 11th of December, I said, do not buy this token. If you have this token, you need to get out right now. If you can long and short on whatever platform you're on, you need to do it right now. You need to short.
And what did we fall by?
We have fallen. Obviously, we bounced up because you can't go down forever, like you said. But we have fallen by 24%. Actually, no. On the full movement, it was about 30%.
30% down. 30% down. Now, we are not saying that we have a crystal ball and we can predict the future, but you can see patterns. And again, with Bonk, we knew Bonk was going to fall because it was euphoria. We knew it was overbought. When Brogan looks at these projects, he's not guessing the future. He's looking at confluence, he's looking at TA, he's looking at the fib levels, he's looking at the buy and sell pressure. So that's why we do it. But of course, that takes a lot of time, which is why we only do it in the members area. We don't do it all the time.
I mean, I can look back and tell you exactly what I was looking at the time. There was this huge volume. Volume obviously changes over time. But there was these huge volume points up here. We had so many points of resistance above us. Looking at market cipher, we have this anchor trigger wave here, which is a negative one, which played perfectly out. Yeah. VWAP was going into negative with a huge gradient. Money flow going to negative very badly, and then obviously the momentum was falling very rapidly. So many things pointing down. Point onto the fact that we had a huge wick down, which broke us below a moving average, and we had a bunch of volume suggesting we should fall. There's so many things falling down, and then not only that, I looked at the actual project itself to check, what sort of situation, was it actually really bad? Yeah. How much is it going to fall back, etc. But yeah, I mean, you had a point, I think, if you want to say it.
All I was going to say was that when you look at it, you're looking at it at that moment in time.
Yeah.
And that's why we put these things in the members area, because it's time sensitive.
Exactly.
I mean, it was released to the public. We do release some of them to the public if we think it's going to be worthwhile doing. But the point of the matter is, if you asked me in September, where was Bitcoin going? I would have said $20,000, $25,000. The market changed. The macro environment changed. The outlook of the Fed changed. So when you look at other streamers like Ben Cowan saying, we're not going to get above $40,000 this year. He said that in January. He was never going to know that the ETFs were going to be suggested in September and October. So what the lesson is to learn from this WAGMI situation is that, and Bonk, and for all of these things is, when you watch people say these outlandish things, like it's going to 20x on 10x, the motivation is for them to get publicity. When you look for people who say it's going to move up or it's going to move down, and they've done the charts, that chart is done at that moment in time.
Yep. I'm just going to leave this on the screen. That's all I need to say. Actually, I need to put one. I'll put one more thing up.
So the issue is that in 2 months' time, WAGMI could have a new release of the game. There could be better tokenomics in the game, and people might have more buying pressure, which would push the price up. Look at Big Time. Big Time was 20 odd cents when I reviewed it. It went up to 26. It came down below what I said, and now it was at 60, 70 cents. So the prices move. And that's the point, is you can't look at anybody on the internet and say, yeah, but you said Bitcoin was going to be at $50,000 on November the 1st, and it hasn't been. Because maybe the chart that he looked at that time said it was going to $50,000.
Yep.
But if you watch the same people every week or every month or whatever, their opinions are going to change. And I'm kind of defending some of these people who get panned for doing TA as well. Because Frankie Candles, he will switch from bearish to bullish at the drop of a hat. If Chairman Powell turns around and says we're going to drop interest rates starting in January or February or March, that has a huge effect on the market. But what he is saying is, if nothing else changes, Bitcoin will be at $50,000 by December the 31st. If nothing else changes. But that's based just on the chart. You can't expect these people to say, I guarantee you Bitcoin is going to be at $50,000 on this day. Whatever happens, we're going to be there. Because that doesn't happen in life.
Yeah, I mean, like look at the portrayal of traders. Like this isn't crypto traders. This is like actual like Wall Street traders. Think of the depiction of them in movies. On a general note, it's all of them running around with papers in hand and phones and I'm screaming at people. Why? Not because the market's easy and they're drinking tea or on the beach, with a laptop in front of them, like sitting back trading. It's because things are hectic. Obviously, I know they're probably on small time frames, but things are hectic. Things are changing all the time. So these people, they're always active and they're always running out, always shouting at people because things are changing all the time. Something can, like I said, with interest rates changing or things within the actual normal economics changing. This has a huge effect and a huge hold on markets, not on just crypto, but on everything as a whole. So when these things change and these things happen, if you are surprised by someone changing their opinion so fast, you need to understand things change all the time.
Yeah.
Especially, how fast things change in crypto and things in trading as a whole.
Exactly. So what I would say is, don't watch a video in October and base your investment strategy on that video in October. Go back to whoever you're watching and look at his videos in October, in November, and so far this month, and then listen. If you believe what he has to say, whether it be Frankie Candles, Crypto Life, even Gareth Soloway. I mean, he's been slated recently for predicting he was trying to short Bitcoin and it did nothing but go up. So he's not had a good time of it. But he's not made the amount of money he's made by being bad. He's just got call wrong. But go and watch them over a period of time. Don't just take one video and say, right, that's going to be my strategy, because you should adapt. And remember, the other thing to bear in mind is, people say, oh, well, there's bulls and there's bears. You've got to understand, Brogan could be a bull today or a bear today, should I say. Maybe he thinks the price will go down. He might short. But then on Monday, maybe there's some good news coming out. Brogan will become a bull. So these bulls and bears that you talk about, they're just the psychology that the trader is in at that moment in time. and they will switch from bullish to bearish to bullish depending on what the market says. They're the same people. Yep. The whales don't change, they stay the same, but bulls and bears are two sides of the same coin, two sides of the same trader, and that's really important to understand. There isn't a constant list of 1,000 people trying to keep the price down and 1,000 people trying to push the price up. They're the same people trying to gain off the markets. If liquidity is at 39,000, they'll bring the price down. If liquidity is at 45,000, they'll push the price up. That's how they work. So the point of it is that when Brogan does these videos, don't go and look at his video in 3 weeks' time and say, yeah, but you said the price was going to come down and it's gone up. Yeah, but you've got to take the video like he's got on the screen now. You've got to take the video and then look from that video to now to see what he's talking about. Because in January, WAGMI could be at, what's the price today?
25150. It's like 0.0025.
Oh, okay. Well, let's say it was 1 cent.
Yeah.
Right. It might be at 1 cent today, having been at 3 cents. But in January, it could be at 5 cents.
Yeah.
It could have tripled.
Yeah, I was going to say this. I mean, like, because what we have on the screen right now is the amount of levels we have of resistance versus amounts we have support. We are between the support we have right now and the next one is a. I'm getting the. You know what? Sometimes the measurer never works. There we go. Okay, so between the current support level we have right now, or the current price we have right now, basically at support level, versus the next support level is 40% move down. Versus we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have about 8 resistance levels and a moving average. So we have a lot of things. I drew this white line to kind of show the consistency of this moving average. Yeah. But you know, what I was about to say is, you know, all we need to do is break this support level, and then we've fallen over 40%. Obviously, we'll see like levels down because nothing ever goes down forever. But what I was going to say is, you know, at some point in the future, they could update something. They could they could revamp the artwork. They could redesign something. Yeah. And like actually things might start to come again.
Everything can change.
Yeah, we'll do another review on it. I'll do more TA on it, and then things might go up. But as I see it, you know, we have this anchor trigger wave, which isn't as good as it should be. You know, and then we came up a bit. We came up 8%. Yeah. So there's always going to be micro movements in an overall trend. But when I look at something on an overall aspect, like the project itself and the TA, on a 4-hour especially, which is over a long period of time, you know, like if you looked at my video, the 13th of December, and then, you know, looked afterwards and like kind of looked over the day, it went up 18%. You're like, oh, he's wrong now. Well, no, look, and then it fell even more. So there's always micro movements. There's always things which suggest other things. And, you know, if I did TA at that moment with all that green stuff, then yeah. But it's not like that. I know you want me to stop.
No, I'm waiting for you to finish.
But yeah.
All I would say is, before we move on, is all projects change. It's not just the markets, but the projects themselves change. You know, whether it be Ethereum releasing an update, Link releasing an update, WAGMI releasing an update, all projects change. The markets change. The prices change based on it's like, what do you call it? We had Ethereum switching to proof of stake in the pits of the bear market. Right? It was the wrong time to have it. Had it happened today, we'd probably have a $4,000, $3,500 Ethereum. But it happened at the wrong. So it's all. There's a lot of it to do with timing as well. But we're going to move on now. Let's not bother with the stablecoin stuff. Right? Let's go straight to the gaming one, because that's kind of linked into what we've been talking about in WAGMI and stuff like that as well. Yeah. And this is to do with gas fees in games, and these are actually a little bit of a bugbear for me, because you shouldn't really have gas fees. No. Yeah, it is a huge issue, especially for people either entering which aren't in crypto, and people who, you know, might be hesitant on entering a game. Yeah. But I will say one thing: this article, I think, is sponsored by Illuvium. Fine. But we'll let you get through that. You go through that. I'm going to drop some boxes and catch up on chats. Okay.
Also, just want to say, like, I feel sorry for people who are heavily invested into WAGMI. And I understand you might be blinded by the amount of money you invest into it, but you do have to look at the data. So, I've talked to the people who made a bunch of comments on the video about WAGMI. You know, I'm only looking at the data. I'm not biased in any way. And since I'm so unbiased, I said it's going to go down, and lo and behold. Anyway, So I don't know what's going on there. So in Web3 gaming, a seismic shift is on the horizon. Immutable is poised to redefine the gaming experience by eliminating a significant barrier for gamers, gas fees. Scheduled for early 2024, Immutable's pioneering 0-knowledge proof-based scaling platform, ZK-EVM, will transform how blockchain-based games operate. Yeah, these are great because how much data does it cut down? I can't remember. It cuts down like so much.
Absolute.
It's amazing.
Ton.
Yeah. Immutable's ZK-EVM stands at the forefront of this revolution. Leveraging cutting-edge technology allows blockchain game developers to eradicate transaction fees for end users. This move is expected to offer a frictionless onboarding experience, dramatically enhancing the appeal of Web3 gaming. The platform's unique capability for removing gas fees is an incremental. It's like spaghetti just spitting out of my mouth. Dramatically enhancing the appeal of Web3 gaming, the platform's unique capability of removing gas fees is an incremental improvement, a fundamental overhaul for the user experience.
Absolutely. That was a good article, this. I'm not ignoring Brogan, I'm just making sure that the red envelopes and everything are in one piece. So,
yeah, this guy's completely right here. Making blockchain visible in Web3 gaming. The industry must provide a seamless gaming experience that the underlying blockchain technology becomes virtually invisible. I like that. We've been talking about this a lot. I can't see the writer of the person. I just want to see who's writing this, so he was right.
There's certain projects like Gala. I love Gala, right? I'm going to be honest. Not sponsored, don't hold any, none of that. I owned it in the last bull run, but I like Gala. You need an ecosystem where you don't have to directly interact with the blockchain.
Yes.
Right. So Gala is an ER20 token that sits on top of Ethereum.
Yeah.
And guess what? It costs an arm and a leg.
Yep.
Right? Why? Why should you have to pay $12 to send Gala to Gala to play the game? You shouldn't. It's ridiculous, right? So there needs to be a better on and off ramp.
Wax was good.
Wax is good. Solana is amazing.
Yeah, Solana itself.
Illuvium. Who else is there?
It's Mutable X, I think.
Mutable X, yeah. So there are platforms. But, but where's the liquidity? The liquidity is on Ethereum.
And that's important. And it wasn't. And there's a huge conversation about this. Like, if you want to be like somebody, eventually you become first, or you do something first. And that's with Ethereum. It was the brain first. It might not have been the best, but it was the first.
Yeah.
With a lot of things aren't the best, but since it was the first thing to do it, there's a huge gap in the market, and lo and behold, it gets used, and then it gets and as same with cryptocurrency. If there's so much investment in it, it's a monetary thing. So if you're invested in it, you're going to be using it, and you wouldn't want to change.
Exactly.
So it was just Ethereum was just the first thing to kind of fill this gap for brain works on crypto.
Yeah. But you need. So a good example, right? Let's say you've got Star Atlas. It's on Solana, and all you've got is Ethereum. But you've got Arbitrum. So I've been using Arbitrum 1, which is a layer 2, right? So what happens is you can send Ethereum in different ways. You can send Ethereum on ERC20, you can send Ethereum on Arbitrum 1, or other kind of things, right? So you send it over Arbitrum ROM. It's like lightning. It takes a split second. And then to transfer or to do a transaction, it costs you 38 cents, which is like 25p or whatever it might be, right? But the issue is, you've got 10 Ethereum and you want to play Star Atlas and Solana. You've then, and Phantom, this is why I'm getting to it. So Phantom's now doing multi-chain wallets. Yeah. I think it's got Polygon, it's got Ethereum, it's got Solana. You still have these huge fees, $20, whatever it might be, to swap Ethereum to Solana. And obviously once it's swapped, it's fine. Yeah. That, for me, is $20 is a third of a game, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
that's a third of a cost.
Things are $70 now, and this is what's really annoying about a lot of things in life. Things are getting worse, and things are costing more. Same with so about a third of a game. Yeah. Apart
from watching us.
Yeah, we just get better and better.
We just get better and better.
And cheaper.
And not only that, but the crypto we drop is getting more and more. You see,
and the TA,
so we're the opposite of life.
And the TA is getting better and better.
Better TA, better airdrops, or not airdrops, but better crypto giveaways.
I need someone in you know, in our community, might be watching right now, whoever, I need someone to dedicate themselves a set value and invest in every single thing I say and see.
Not financial
No,
advice.
this isn't financial advice, but no, we need a test. We need a guinea pig. Obviously, we're doing our trade. I've increased the portfolio about 10%. Some TA videos I do, I can't invest in because it's not on the right platform. For example, WagMe, I would have shorted that.
Yeah.
And I would have 5x shorted it.
Yeah.
And 5 times 30 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have invested in it. But you know,
yeah.
I couldn't have. But I need someone. I need an external. Obviously, we can say ourselves that our TA is great. Our TA is great. But I would just love to see someone, you know, using my advice and my TA in a not financial, in a self-judgmental way, which isn't based on solely off me, to do this TA and see how it goes.
I totally agree.
But I haven't lost yet, and that's what I promised myself on. Although Gito might be down an incredible amount, I did win. I haven't lost yet. That's all I'll say.
Right. Now. Do we
have a Christmas one?
We
do.
We don't. We didn't write them down yet. It's 12:20, right? We've got to the end of our news because we're not reading any more out.
No, there's no more to read out.
In fact, my Santa hat is killing me. My eyes are blurred. If I just knock my camera off me, am I right?
Yes.
Right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put the stream on pause for 20 seconds while we turn one of the streams off. And when we come back, we're going to have a little bit of a quiz and give away even more SHIB.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Ridiculous.
I've also just dropped a red packet for those of you watching somewhere else. So that's your gift for the quiz. We're going to do the quiz in a minute. So do you want to put us on Be Right Back?
Yeah.
And then kill this stream. Before we go.
Yeah.
It's back on. We stream at 11 o'clock every day. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to the channel. I am with Brogan. I am Mike. I am Grumpy Santa. He is elf-employed. We are here every day over Christmas. I will be streaming, believe it or not, I will be streaming on Christmas Day.
I will too.
And New Year Day. And you can join me.
I'll join.
We'll join you. Christmas Day morning. It might be early. We might do an 8 o'clock or a 9 o'clock stream, but we will stream for you. We understand there are people out there who live in communities or live in towns where you don't have anybody to talk to about crypto. We get that. Crypto is not for everybody at the minute. It's not mainstream, so you don't have many people to talk to. So we will be the people that will talk to you about crypto for the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, while the rest of your family or community, whatever, catch up with you. Yep. So make sure to stick with us, follow us, ask us any questions. Down below the videos are all of our contact information, way to get in touch with us. So make sure to do that. And until then, we will be right back.